here is how the pieces work. So you basically just take them off, and this is just felt and iron-on material, or also known as heat transfer vinyl. I really like the glitter that I use for most of my felt projects. So it just sticks on like this, and then you could just take everything off at the end of your lesson. This is a very old school project that is never gonna go out of style, and I am glad that I'll be able to use it with my daughter, Melina. I went to my local craft store to buy different pieces of felt, and you could also grab bulk felt at Michael's. I grabbed a baby blue bulk felt because I needed it for the long piece of canvas that I'll show you at the end of this video. And I also am using a Cricut mat. I'm placing my felt pieces on the mat. You can use any mat that you want. I'm using this purple strong grip mat for no particular reason, but I typically don't really like crafting with the purple mat because it is way too sticky. I prefer either the standard grip mat, which is the green mat, or the pink mat, which is the fabric grip mat. So I'm placing my mat in the machine, and I'm gonna go ahead and hop into Cricut Design Space and show you how to make our crayons. So this is a project I have saved in my Cricut profile, and once you click on customize, which would be on the bottom right, it takes you to this screen. And I actually want to just show you how to make the crayon. So I'm going to press the eyeball to hide the different elements on this project, just so I can show you how to do the crayons. So I'm going to go ahead and rotate that crayon, and then I'm moving it all the way to the end, and I'm taking note of the numbers that are at the top. That is a way for you to know where to place your pieces of felt on the mat. And I'm just going to make different copies of the crayon so that you can see how to do it. And I'm selecting all of them and pressing Control-D to duplicate it. Now, these are all individual crayons, but if I select all of them, then press Attach at the bottom right, then it all becomes one image. And this makes it so that when you go to your mat and you place your felt pieces where they belong on the mat, remember using the numbers at the top, you will be able to cut all of your crayons in one setting, and you don't have to keep changing out your mats to cut the different color crayon felt pieces. Now we're ready to connect our machine. So we are using a USB cord. So I just select Maker 3 USB, and then that connects my Cricut to Design Space. So now I'm going to go to Browse All Materials and search for felt craft bonded, just so that you can see how to search for material in case you're new. And then I'm going to also switch my blade to a rotary blade. If you don't have a rotary blade, it will be fine to just use the regular blade that the Cricut comes with. However, I would highly recommend using a rotary blade if you have it available, or if you are planning on cutting felt in the future and you want to just get a cleaner cut. So once we have our crayons finished cutting, we're going to unload it out of the machine and peel the excess material off. And this part is so satisfying, and I really just love when I get a very nice clean cut using my rotary blade. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just continue to take off the felt pieces, and I'm going to use this little spatula to just take the pieces off, just so that I don't stretch the felt, because this strong grip mat is literally so tacky. It sticks so much, so I don't want to stretch out my crayon. So I'm just kind of like using the spatula to just get it off a little bit. This part is extremely satisfying as well. Okay, so another piece that we need for our crayon is the black pieces of it. So I cut this using everyday iron-on, and that's also called heat transfer vinyl, but for the Cricut brand material, it's called everyday iron-on. In my opinion, Cricut has the best material because I have crafted with other brands, and by far Cricut's material is the highest quality. It always gets the results that I'm looking for, so I definitely recommend using Cricut brand material. So once I have my material weeded out, then I'm using my Cricut EasyPress Mini to attach the everyday iron-on onto the crayon. I'm applying a decent amount of pressure to the material so that it can adhere properly to the felt. And then I am getting my brayer to apply even more pressure just to make sure that it sticks on there properly. Okay, so once I'm done, then I peel the protective layer off of there, and you can see how nicely it attached to the felt, and it just looks so cute. Now, one thing I wanted to do was to make the words a little bit more noticeable because I feel like it's a little bit dark. So after I was done adding the rest of the colors to the felt crayons, I went back to my Cricut Maker to cut glitter iron-on material in white because I think it looked really good, and here's how it turned out. Now, because I'm using everyday iron-on, you have to protect it if you're using a EasyPress Mini. That piece of clear material is actually from another project where I used the glitter material that was on there, but I needed to save that clear piece so that way I can protect my material. And then I'm just pressing on to that just so that it could stick properly. And then I'm going to peel it off once it cools down, and that looks really good. So we have our red crayon here, and now we're going to work on our frog. This frog was made with glitter iron-on material mainly, and I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking because I feel like I've been talking all video, and once I'm done with the frog, I'll come back. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. I really appreciate you being here. Be sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any uploads, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.